Talk about the Wayans family.
Okay. Cool.
That's from our era.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, the Wayans family was inducted into the NAACP Image Awards Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was important to touch on because with that Wayans family tree,
Mm-hmm.
the branches that hang off the Wayans family tree, what it gave birth
Lots of
to.
them. Yeah.
You don't get a Jim Carrey without the Wayans family. You don't get a David Greer without the Wayans family.
Nope.
You don't get a Jennifer Lopez without the Wayans family.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go on and on and on.
Jamie Foxx.
You don't get a Jamie Foxx without the Wayans family.
Mm-hmm.
The branches that hang off the tree from the Wayans family over the last 35 to 40 years are very heavy, and it bear great fruit.
Right.
It bear great fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, before we get into it, what are your thoughts on the Wayans family getting inducted into the NAACP Hall
I
of
think
Fame?
it's well deserved. I mean, they they've been around. They trendsetters, man. Like a lot of people don't know. I probably can blame my age. When I was a kid, like teenagers in high school, like they was rocking with In Living Color, and it was dope. It was something. They was ahead of their time. To kind of give you an idea, like I know you see repeats of Martin and all that. They were part of that night show. So it used to be In Living Color, Martin. I'm missing some. Living Single. They were all wrapped together, and they act like skits, and they acted everything out. They were just funny, man.
That's where people getting this whole improv thing now on the internet.
Yeah, and they had like different characters.
Yep.
I thought what was so dope about the Wayans, like, I mean, there's so many of them. You could be like, yo, that's my favorite brother, but they all had the different characters. Like Keenan used to play Mike Tyson. Damon used to play Handyman. He used to play the two. He used to do the gay dudes.
Hated it.
Yeah, hated it. Yeah. He used to do that. Then he was Homie the Clown. You know what I'm saying? And then what was it?
Shout out to Kim Wayne. She don't get mentioned enough.
She was like the lady
the
across the block.
gossiping.
Yeah.
Looking out the window.
Yeah.
You ain't hear that from me.
She was they kind of they replayed everything like on that show, like on that Living Color. That was a trend-setting show. And then when you go back and look, then the Wayans brothers had their show, which trend-setted a lot, which is a #1 hit. Then of course, Damon did My Wife and Kids later on in life, which was very big. Marlon, he's always doing something. What movies hasn't done? And we haven't even talked about movies they played in.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, or
they written and produced like a scary movie franchise.
Yep. I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, all that they was involved in. Like Keenan was a trendsetter of it. He started it all. But all the brothers, I mean, they all kind of did their thing.
Damon Wayans had his moment with Mo Money, Major Payne,
Last Boy Scout,
Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yeah, Last Boy Scout, everything, man. I Damon was my favorite brother.
He gave his rise to a superhero, man.
I just loved it. Yeah.
We got Blank Man.
Yo.
We got Blank Man. Come on. What other blacks?
Yo,
Blank Man and Meteor Man were our superheroes back in the 90s.
For what they were doing back in the day, they would get canceled for that now.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, because they used to push the envelope. But I get it.
Yo, hey. These young cats and the cancel culture, they're hard on, what's his name, Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
Y'all would have wanted to get the Wayans family up out of here.
Yeah. Especially when he used to do Handyman, dude.
Don't underestimate I shouldn't say that because I'm going to get canceled. But here's a skit from the Wayans family when he's like, don't underestimate the powers of the handicap. Yeah. And again, don't cancel me. That's from A Living Color.
Yeah, facts. I love them, man. They just... they came from, they're from Brooklyn. They came from like a poor background. They didn't have everything, but they had each other, and that's what made them creative. But, if you go back and look, everything they touched went to gold, and they were all independent, and they all supported each other. So that was cool, man. I thought that was so cool about them,
And now what's cool that we're growing up, their kids are now taking over. Really? A couple of them have kids and shows.
I know Damon's son does.
Yep.
He has a show. I know Marlon. I think he said they just announced they're going to do White Chicks too.
Yeah.
What else, man?
Yeah, Damon Wayans' son. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's now acting like they're filling the roles.
Yeah.
Like that's the second Wayne family generation we haven't seen nothing like this. Like, think about it. We had the Jacksons, Jackson 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know their kids?
No.
Mm-hmm. The Wayans family has kids that are doing comedy and acting, and we're starting to hear their names come up in the ranks now.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is iconic. So that NAACP Image Award Hall of Fame induction, well deserved, been deserved, man.
Yeah. Facts. I can't stress enough about how trend-setting they were. And if they don't do that, you know what I mean? Like it's like I said, they were around for a lot. I don't know what happened, but like, you know, like I said, they were around with Martin and Living Single and all that. They were part of all that. Mm-hmm. They were part of that whole era when it wasn't cool to have like a black show. And you know what I always respected about them? Like before, like Wildin' Out is cool, but it's nothing compared to what Living Color was.
Oh no.
But what I love about them at the end of every
respectfully. We say that respectfully.
Yeah, at the end of every show, they used to like showcase a lot of hip hop artists. You know, like Nice and Smooth came Heavy on D. there, Tupac. Yeah, they all was on there. You know what I'm saying? Like not just as appearances, but they used to let them rock the music.
What happened to that? See, you just said something important because we're a hip hop show. Mm-hmm. At the end of their comedy sketches where they brung in America to watch them, they had a special performance at the end with the background dancers, which I said gave rise to J-Lo and the others. But you saw Heavy D, you saw Nice and Smooth, you saw Tupac and so forth.
Yeah.
They laid the blueprint for what a show should be from our culture.
Yeah.
And as you said, no disrespect to that other show because we respect Nick Cannon, but what happened to that type of show?
Yeah, facts. I don't know, man. That's a good question. Real good question.
Before I leave off from this segment, you touched on a lot of points with them being from Brooklyn, saying the era that they grew up in, they may have not had much. And even Marlon Wayans said this. They didn't have much, but they had each other.
Yeah.
What can we as a community take from that?
I mean, it just said we stick together, we'd be stronger together than we are apart. Like imagine if they was beefing or whatever and doing what they was doing, they wouldn't be where they're at.
Like a Jim Jones and Cameron with a Dipset, throwing their legacy out the window.
Yeah.
You see how I segue into that?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that later on in the podcast.
And I think
I'm gonna stick on the positive.
I think all their projects, like Keenan was around all their projects. I think even though you might not have seen him in the movie, I think he was around in the background. He was always supporting them. You know, so I think like, you know, to just know that, and I mean, he broke through the door. Once he broke through the door, he brought all of them, just like our boot camp clique did. It's a Brooklyn thing, man. You bring one in, we bringing them all. You know what I mean?
So that's how Brooklyn get down?
It's facts, super facts, yeah.
Salute to the boot camp clique and salute to the Wayans family, man.
Yeah, man, definitely.
I like how you put that together.
Yeah. No, it's just what it is. They did their thing. You know what I mean? So.